How's it going, YouTube? Hope everybody's doing all right. I'm coming at you today for the first time in a little while with a little project that I'm working on. It's a game basically that's based on a psychological experiment. As you can see here, you get some words that come up, and they either are or are not the corresponding color of the word. So you left click for true, right click for false, and pretty much you either gain a repair, which is like the score, or you fail the game if you get it wrong once. At the end, you can see that pretty much gets converted into a monetary amount. You get 1 penny per correct answer, and this is definitely a dystopian game. You might want to pause and read those messages at the beginning of the game. So yeah, you pretty much just continually strain your brain by checking to see if the color matches. I put some tricky things in there like blue and cyan, and orange and yellow, and purple and magenta. I got 25 cents both times, but I swear that's not hard coded into the game. So I'm going to show you a little bit about what I'm doing to program this game. It's still early on, but I'm using the use state and use effect hooks, even though I don't think I've really used use effect yet. It's always good to have. And I've only got 3 components right now, so you got end screen, start screen, and here's the state over here. I've got the start, the end, I've got the word that is going to be displayed, the color of the word, and I've got the score. And then over here are the colors that will be selected from, and I've got this function that selects a random color by using some math.random. Then over here, this is the actual dynamic styling, basically, of the words. And I've got these 2 functions, isMatch and isNotMatch, that get listened to for on-click and on-aux-click events. Those things will pretty much determine if the game ends or if your score goes up. And that's right here in this click and on-click event listener. This is all in one big function, basically, that is going to decide if the game is at the start screen, end screen, or the main game interface. And that's what gets returned down here in this JSX. And if we take a look at the start screen, I've got some kind of funny dystopian messages that I wrote, and you'll get one of those at random. Then on click, it's going to start the game. And in the end screen, you will see up here I did a little destructuring. If you're not used to that in React, it's very useful to destructure your props. And so yeah, the score gets converted into an earned wage, which is basically just divided by cents on the dollar and made sure to have 2 decimal points. Then over here, you've got the on-click event listener for the end screen, and it's going to set the score back to 0 before the game restarts, essentially. Set the start and end state values both to false, and that will pretty much restart the, game engine's loop. So yeah, it's still a game in its infancy, but I'm having a lot of fun doing this. It's kind of based on another game that was somewhat popular and free on Steam that I played, and is also available on Android and maybe iOS, called OldTV. I definitely recommend checking it out. I'll be adding more features like a leaderboard and so on in the near future, so stay tuned for those updates. And as always, happy coding.